These conspiracy theories seriously need to be investigated. We have some interesting updates in the world of Charlie Kirk, Candace Owens, and Erika Kirk. I've talked about the conspiracy theories that Candace Owens has been saying that Turning Point USA / the Israeli government / our government was potentially involved with the death of Charlie Kirk. And she mostly blames it on the fact that Charlie was allegedly taking an anti-Israel stand. Erika Kirk was kind of quiet about it. A lot of people have talked about her behavior in general. They think it's strange that like her husband died 3 months ago and she's, doing a book tour and making all of this money off of her husband's death. Yet again, I will say people grieve in very different ways. Have I thought some of her behavior was weird? Yeah, especially with JD Vance. Erika has finally spoken.
Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this, this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus.
So obviously a lot of people think she's specifically talking to Candace Owens here. People pointed out like displaying more anger about Candace than she has this entire past 3 months about her husband's murder. Candace has kind of responded as well, and I thought it was interesting.
Look, I have been very patient. I do tend to focus on the evidence that's in front of us, obviously asking questions when we come up across something that someone has said and it doesn't add up, or if they lied, create a list. And you guys were coming after me because I was saying, look, we can write into our imaginations how Erika is thinking or how she's feeling or what she should be wearing, but she hasn't actually said anything yet, right? That was my stance. She hasn't actually said anything yet. Give her a chance, okay? And now she's making the rounds in the press because Charlie's book, his posthumous book, is coming out about the Sabbath, and she's speaking about the quote-unquote conspiracies as she sits down with a lot of these news anchors. So first and foremost, she's sitting down here with Harris Faulkner, and I just want to show you a couple of clips from this sit-down, which is now trending. And she begins by addressing the question, which has been in the air, regarding where Charlie Kirk is buried. That question resurfaced this week in a big way because Milo Yiannopoulos and a few others have asserted with absolute certainty that Charlie has not yet been buried. That's what they're saying. They say they have proof of that. And at first, Harris Faulkner is asking about that claim. Take a listen.
Talk to me about this part of the conspiracies that are out there, this disturbing part that people are trying to guess where Charlie is.
Can I have one thing? Can I have one thing? Can my children have one thing? Everything was public. We will be building the most beautiful memorial for my husband at Turning Point USA, and it will be for the world to see, and it will be spectacular, and it will have basically museum style for our Charlie, for my Charlie. But can I have one thing? Can my babies have one thing where we hold it sacred, where my husband is laid to rest, where I don't have to be worried about some secular revolutionary coming and destroying my husband's grave while my daughter is sitting there praying? One thing, that this is my husband. Yes, he was Charlie Kirk to the world, and I know so many people love my husband, and I am grateful for that, but this is my husband, and I want to be able to have one thing left.
Okay, so on its face, I actually agree with that. I think that when people are being buried and where they're being buried and how their funerals are done, that is a very private matter, okay? So objectively, I agree with what she's saying, okay? But subjectively, because we are dealing with the subject of Erika Kirk and what transpired immediately following Charlie's assassination, this is going to be read as Meghan Markle syndrome, okay? Meghan Markle syndrome, where you want privacy when you want it, but you want publicity whenever you want it, and that just doesn't work, okay? This is the same person who had somebody record her over Charlie Kirk's casket. That was not our business, truly, and I can say that decision was made by her, and there is, some credence to the claim that everybody grieves differently. I wouldn't even record myself over a casket ever, okay? Some people maybe perhaps want to have that memory, but the decision to publish that, you crying over your husband's casket, and to publish his dead body on Instagram was a decision that was made by Erika, and we can watch that. Take a look.
I love you. I love you. God bless you.
That is an incredibly personal and an incredibly intimate moment, an intimate moment that you invited the public into. Okay, there was no reason to do that outside of wanting to share something that was very private with the public. And now you fast forward 3 months removed, and it's why does the public want to know where he's buried? It doesn't work like that. You have to make a decision. I want this always to be private, or I want this always to be public. That's my personal feedback there.
So I think this kind of adds to the conspiracy overall. Like, again, Candace Owens claiming that there are people who can prove that Charlie Kirk has actually not been buried yet. I agree with Erika's sentiment of like, can't I just have this one thing? Yes, I just feel like that is a private situation. Do I also think the casket video is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen? Also, yes. Erika Kirk responding to the conspiracy theory claims and shutting it down and defending Turning Point USA. We've seen, based on text messages between Candace and Charlie and Tucker Carlson, that that's not true. He was starting to question Israel, and he said it for himself. We heard him say it. I do think it's interesting that Erika's trying to take this route, and a lot of people think that Israel or Bibi Netanyahu, whoever I guess you want to believe, paid Erika Kirk the money that they wanted to pay Charlie Kirk, because Charlie allegedly claims that he was set up to be paid by the Israeli government to talk only positively about Israel. Again, we don't really know if any of this is true. I do think it's weird, and I honestly don't know anymore because I feel like Candace really keeps like yapping about this. Like, I get it. If she really believes there is a conspiracy here, I would also want to know if, like, you know, that was, if you were in that situation, of course you would like want to try to find out the truth. But I feel like no matter what, she's going to be pointed as crazy in this scenario because she's talking conspiracy theories. And I understand why people think that. But I also feel like on the other side of the coin, I think Erika Kirk's behavior has been weird. I think something about the assassination of Charlie Kirk was absolutely weird. Anyway, that is it for today's video. If you guys liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of these conspiracy theories. But that is it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, and subscribe for new videos every week. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.